Gather round, children. I'd love to tell you a bedtime story. This story takes place on PNF 404, otherwise known as the Pikmin planet. Here, we find Captain Olimar on his mission to recover the pieces of his wrecked ship, the SS Dolphin. During his time on PNF 404, Olimar befriended the Pikmin and noted their usefulness for recovering these ship parts. Olimar would return the favor by protecting them and letting their numbers grow. We know not why the Pikmin do this, but it's fucking terrifying that a small army of alien carrots has the will to murder and grow large in numbers right from birth. Anywho dizzle, while exploring the Forest of Hope location in Pikmin 1 for the GameCube, Olimar stumbled upon a sprout the likes he hadn't seen before. He'd already been helped by the red, blue, and yellow Pikmin, but this one, it was a bit different. He could see human-like features such as a full head of luscious hair and a pair of sunglasses underneath. Olimar promptly commanded the Pikmin to pluck whatever this type of Pikmin was, as it could be another useful ally.
Ow! Ow! Oh, that really fucking hurts, man! What kind of sick bastard yanked someone by their hair? Are you a psycho? Jesus! Where the hell am I, by the way? Last I knew, I was—
It seems this Pikmin was quite talkative. Olimar was unable to understand the agitated Pikmin, but felt sorry for hurting it. Olimar asked the angry Pikmin if he could understand him.
What? I'm sorry, I can't understand a single thing that you're saying. I don't know, I think there's a language barrier or something. Dude, you gotta tell me, like, what's going—
Olimar was still unable to understand the angry Pikmin, but then one of his Pikmin stepped forward and hummed towards the humanoid creature.
What? Are you serious? No, I'm not okay. If anything, you need to stay away from me, you little shit, since you sick fucks are the one that put me down there in the first place.
The Pikmin were able to communicate with each other. Fascinating. Olimar could have the tall Pikmin translated with the help of his Pikmin. He took the time to learn about it and figure out what super cool abilities it has that would help Olimar on his quest. Olimar noted the Pikmin as being much taller than the ones he'd seen before and couldn't figure out any of its super cool, real abilities. Then, it was time for him to consider a name for the species. He remembered the Pikmin from Pikmin 1 and 2 being named from colors, so he thought to call it the Pale as Shit Pikmin. This name didn't sit well with him. He then remembered the Pikmin from Pikmin 3 and 4 being named from their physical attributes, so he thought to call it either the Tall or Angry Pikmin, but he disliked both of those. None of Olimar's usual names fit the Mystery Pikmin, so he decided to get closer to it.
Honestly, you don't have to tell me, right? Like, I know, man. Bull bears can be assholes. Hey, what are you doing, little man? I don't like you approaching me like that. Stop, you little— I said stop! Stay away from us!
Olimar saw that the Mystery Pikmin was carrying a small piece of meat with it. The Pikmin was protecting it very closely. Olimar then thought to name it Papa Pikmin, before looking at the meat slab again. There was a name tag on it that read Mairominn. He took this to mean that this meat belonged to a marrow, and thus the Marrow Pikmin was born. Better yet, shorten it down to Mairominn, and we've got a nice rebrand.
Yeah, hi, hello, the story thing is over. I've mentioned several times now, for just like a long while, that I've kind of wanted to change the Papa Pineapple. Like, it's stuck around this long. I had it since like 8th grade, and it's stuck around this long because I've had like a million different accounts, and you look up like Papa Pineapple or whatever, it's probably just gonna be me. It was like my Amazon username. I would get boxes sent to my place and it'd be fucking Papa Pineapple. I did change that. Just like, I've always kind of thought about it, but I was like, no, I've always had so much writing on it. And there's nothing, dude. There's like 700 people here. And then I see other YouTubers and they're like, oh yeah, like here's all my old accounts and like all the old names that they use. And it's like, so why? Why not? Kind of recently when I was doing like the drunk videos, and I mentioned it to like a few different, like, I mentioned to like a coworker, what's your thing called? And I was like, Papa Pineapple. And I felt a little, not like embarrassed, but a little like, that just doesn't sit right, you know? It was always Papa Pineapple because Papa, for my late Papa, who passed back then, you know, may he rest in peace. I came up with a name. I was like, Papa, and pineapple was for some reason the first fucking thing that showed up. It's a little old now. I think I need to make it sooner rather than later. And I'm doing pretty good on the Team Lock video, the Pokemon Leaf Green Team Lock. I want that to be like actually like professional, good quality, whatever, you know? I want to do that. And I feel like if I'm gonna do this rebrand and shit, I should do that before that happens. And so Mairominn was just kind of the name that I came up with, because Mairominn down here has always been a part of my, not always, but he's been a part of my recording stuff since I like got back into this like a little over a year ago. No, a little under a year ago. A little under it. It was September. It was when Silk Song came out. I know how the math works. You know, I didn't know if I was gonna eventually be Mairominn or Marrow, Papa Marrow. I don't know. That was one thing I thought about. Papa Marrow. So it's Papa, and like I'm his dad. But the joke that like I called my audience the Pikmites and whatever has kind of stuck with me. And like the Pikmin thing, I don't know. I was like, you know what? I gotta put that in there somehow. It was gonna be much shorter originally. It was just gonna be like the Olimar was on PNF 404 and he saw this weird plant, and then it was just gonna be the whole, you know, like Pikmin bad ending, because I guess for those who don't know Pikmin, in the bad ending of the first Pikmin game, when you die, the Pikmin plant you and then you become one of them. So the joke is like, I became a Pikmin. I became the Mairominn. Thank you very much. Just saying it sounds a little weird. It's going to take a while for the name to stick, but I like this, and I want to keep it. Leave me a Team Lock video, rebrand before I make the big main video. Alright, and that's it. So anyways, that's going to do it for me tonight. Time zones are pretty stupid if you think about it, and you have a good night. I love you. From Mairominn, a new household name. Everyone, a rebrand was not on my bingo card for this year. That's kind of crazy if you had...